only Bawa Rock met the eligibility criteria for the aggregator license in 2025. That is why Bawa Rock is the only person as at now to have been licensed as an aggregator of the GoldBod. But that license application and approval process that the board of GoldBod, the governing board of GoldBod does, not Sammy Gyamfi as CEO. Sammy Gyamfi as CEO and management only recommends. The board grants approval for aggregator license. That process is an ongoing process. It has not terminated. So today we can have one aggregator. Tomorrow we may have 0 because we can even revoke his license or suspend his license. Tomorrow we can have 10 because 10 people can meet our eligibility criteria. So people say, Bawa is the only one buying gold. They don't understand. They lack information. We have 900 licensed buyers, all of whom buy gold. Then they say, why is he only the aggregator? He's the only aggregator because he's the only one who has met the eligibility criteria. Let me tell you something. When we say an aggregator, what do people understand by that? There is nothing, there is no license in Ghana that enjoys the benefits of an aggregator license. Some say, have you heard of somebody going for a license in any institution, and after he gets the license, the state gives that person money in the billions to buy gold for the state? If you go for a BDC license, you are going to do your oil business with your own LCs and your own credit lines.
Absolutely.
Same for an OMC license. Okay? But when you say somebody is an aggregator, it means that he's entitled to receive state funds to buy gold. And therefore, there is a strict set of governance, legal, operational, and financial requirements he must meet as a risk mitigation measure. He must have minimum 3 years experience in gold trading. He must have minimum 3 financial statements preceding his application. He must have at least 3 buying offices in the country. He must have at least a bullion van and so on. But the most important requirement is this. He must present to the GoldBod a bank guarantee or an advance payment guarantee from a recognized financial institution that accords with the insurance policy of the GoldBod to secure the capital support he seeks from the GoldBod. You understand? We are not some zombie sitting at GoldBod where any Tom, Dick, and Harry comes and says, I want an aggregator license that will entitle me to use taxpayers' money to buy gold. And you say, I've given you a license. We are not sharing
and of 30,
aggregator license like you share
of 31
applicants.
Bawa Rock is only one. That
and I'm saying it on Newsfile today. Yes, I'm saying he has given us an advance payment guarantee covering a trade capital support of 2 billion cedis. 2 billion cedis. And that is why the board approved the application. If some people had done that when they had the opportunity to do gold trading in this country, they will not be chasing the aggregators today for causing financial losses to the states.
That's actually true.
Look, we are ready and happy to work with anybody who meets our eligibility criteria for aggregator license.
So the other 30 or 29 that did not qualify, what were the incidents that disqualified them? The
main critical thing is the guarantee.
They couldn't provide that.
And I'm here, Kojo Oponkroma, you have addressed a press conference. I'm challenging you. If you can give me one company who has applied for a GoldBod aggregator license, met all the requirements, especially gave us a guarantee from a bank or an insurance company, and we refuse his application, put it out today. I'm challenging them. They don't have. And let me tell you something that people don't know. You see, the president was gracious enough to send me to PMMC on the 22nd of January this year. By the 3rd of February...
Last year,
sorry. By the 3rd of February, I began to continue, if I can put it that way, PMMC's gold trading arrangement with the BOG. Now, between February and June 2025, even though the GoldBod was established on the 2nd of April this year, we had not, ushered in our licensing regime until the 21st of June. So we were still under the PMMC license regime from April, May to 21st of June. Now, if you add that to the PMMC era, February and March, you're talking about a period of about 4 or 5 months. During that period, the PMMC, under Sammy Gyamfi's leadership, had 3 aggregators. 3 aggregators. That time, we are not ushered in this licensing regime with a requirement of a guarantee and all that. 3.
You have a board.
I didn't even have a board by that time.
Who are these aggregators? Because questions are being raised about particular persons who have been, or companies who have been exempted when they may have, qualified to enjoy some of this.
Now, we had 3. These 3 aggregators, 2 of them engage in, I'll call, to put it mildly, regulatory infractions. And so they were suspended in June of 2025. Their suspension has since been lifted. And so they have now applied for aggregator licenses, but they've not been able to give us the bond, the guarantee that has to secure whatever money we have to give them. But you must understand that, you see, every week we buy gold to the tune of over 3, 4, 5 billion cedis. And this transaction is mainly cash. It's not a joke. So you cannot take taxpayers' money and give it to anybody without the necessary risk mitigation measures. You understand? They've not met that. We've lifted the suspension, so they have applied for Tier 2 buying licenses. And we have granted them Tier 2 buying licenses. I'm talking about the 2.
Okay.
So as we speak, they are Tier 2 licenses. But let me go to the next issue. And that will be my final point on this Bawa Rock matter, so that we put the issues to rest.
Right.
Somebody says that, so is it only Bawa Rock who is funded by the GoldBod to buy gold? No. That is not, it's not only Bawa Rock. This is how the system works, Samson. The aggregator received direct funding from the GoldBod. And we have secured our risk by taking our guarantee. The insurance company has also taken from him a counter indemnity, which means that if you toy with this money and you lose this money, yes, we will pay to GoldBod, but we will pursue you for the money. You understand what I get it? So we give the money to that aggregator. Then that aggregator, at his own risk, or at its own risk, now looks for licensed Tier 2 buyers of the GoldBod. He is not allowed to finance or to fund a Tier 1 buyer, because a Tier 1 buyer doesn't even have a buying office. But a Tier 2 buyer is well structured, has an office. So the GoldBod contract with him says you can fund Tier 2 buyers that you find credible at your own risk. So Bawa Rock has 53 Tier 2 buyers.
Licensed by the GoldBod.
Licensed by the GoldBod that he funds on a daily basis. Because when you give him the money, he must give the money to other licensees to go and buy gold. That is GoldBod money. These 53 Tier 2 licensees also have other Tier 2 licensees and Tier 1 licensees that they also give the money to supply them. That is how money trickles down in a de-risked manner.
Okay.
So Bawa Rock is not the only person funded by the GoldBod. All the licensed buyers get GoldBod funds, but through Bawa Rock. If we have 3 aggregators, it will be through all the aggregators. And the 2 aggregators, sometimes you hear people say that, oh, GoldBod has given Bawa Rock $10 billion to buy gold and all that. Let me prove to you the quantities that the 2 aggregators that we had to suspend, they bought within the 4 months we worked with them. One of them bought gold, supplied us gold worth 13 billion cedis. The other supplied us gold worth 11.8 billion cedis. You understand? So, and this is money we gave them.
That's cumulatively over
a period of 4 or 5 months. So this, I believe, answers all the questions on the Bawa Rock issue. And if anybody still has questions, we welcome that. We are not averse to criticism. What we don't accept are people who go out there to engage in play and dumb. If you do that, we will expose you.
If you are just joining us on Newsfile this morning, those of you who woke up to Newsfile at 9 a.m., we started at 8 a.m. Because